Hey everybody, Clan MacLeod. It's Robin MacLeod Ingram. I am your U.S. National Vice President and ACMS, or Associated Clan MacLeod Society, Young MacLeod's Coordinator. That's a mouthful, huh? Me and Daisy are out at Kings Mountain Living History Farm in South Carolina. We're going to walk out here and feed the horses, but I wanted to give you a quick update of the things that I'm working on right now and things that are coming up for you. For our AGM, Clan MacLeod USA AGM in Nashville, Tennessee, we have got some really fun stuff planned for you guys. Nashville is just fun anyway, but we've got the Grand Ole Opry tour, the Hermitage. There's actually a ghost tour at the Hermitage that I'm kind of looking at personally because I think that would be fun. We have a whiskey tasting planned for you, and ahead of the whiskey tasting, she's talking to the horses. That's Leanne and Rooster. They're older. They're a little bit older. Don't bark at them. You'll scare them, Daisy. Hey, don't bark at them. You'll scare them. All right, anyway. So ahead of the whiskey tasting, my thought was to do a film on what changed with whiskey when the Scots brought it over from Scotland to America. You know, what was the process where it changed? Because, you know, the taste and the distilling, everything went through a process, a change. So it became American whiskey, EY, instead of Scottish whiskey, KY. So, oh, here comes baby. Hi, I know. Oh, here we go. I've got apples for you today. Hello. Hi, guys. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I don't know where I was in that conversation, but that's Baby and Jack, and that's Belle. And we are out at the Living History Farm at Kings Mountain State Park. And I don't know if these equine were like rescue animals or what, but the state park takes care of them, and they do a good job taking care of these guys or girls, whatever. Anyway, I don't know where I left off, but I was talking about doing a film. So my plan was to talk about how the monks brought the fermentation and distillation process to Scotland and Ireland way back in the medieval times. And so I have reached out to someone at the history department at Winthrop University in South Carolina to get some of that background in history. And then when I go to Scotland the first weekend of June, I'm going to Pluscarden Abbey, and that is the oldest and still only working monastery in Scotland with an order of Benedictine monks. So I thought that would be pretty cool, and they are okay with photographing and filming. I would love to have someone to interview on camera about the Abbey. I've reached out and I've not heard back from them yet, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. Then I'm going over to Skye. I have reached out to Taliskers to see about interviewing somebody from Taliskers because they do have a history with the MacLeods. I've not heard back from them yet. In the event I don't hear back from them, or I may do this anyway, I'm going to reach out to the Rosé distillery on the Isle of Rosé, and hopefully they'll be interested in this project and maybe do a little tour in history because, you know, Rosé's got MacLeod history too. I've also, on the American side, got an interview. It's not scheduled yet, but I've spoken to them and they're on board and they're really excited at Broad Branch Distillery up in Winston-Salem. And they make Boykin whiskey. So, you know, I had to do that because I've got Daisy and she's Boykin. So, anyway, they're a family-owned distillery, and I had initially thought about Jack Daniels, and I've reached out to Jack Daniels, and they tentatively got back in touch with me, but I've kind of gone a different route, and I thought maybe a family-owned distillery would be better. So, excuse me, that's where that's going at the moment. And this film will be shown at the Merrill and Stanley MacLeod Memorial Lecture at the AGM. So keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping it comes out really good and everybody's entertained and learned some valuable history about whiskey. So that's for the U.S. AGM. Oh, and for the gala, just so you know, we've got Jeff Burke and the Get Off My Grass Bluegrass Band playing for everyone. And I know Jeff, and he's an excellent musician. He's really good. And he has said that he's picked some of the finest pickers in Nashville to play for everyone, and I don't doubt that a bit. He's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that too. That's going to be a lot of fun. If y'all haven't signed up, there's still time. Sign up. Come join us. It's going to be a blast. Moving on ahead just a little bit, we've got the Parliament gathering that's coming up in 2026 in Scotland. A lot of planning still going on there. Things that are being talked about. Nothing carved in stone yet. I hope to have, on my end anyway, some amazing things planned for the young MacLeods. And when I say young MacLeods, guys, I'm not talking about 5 and 6 year olds. You guys are the 18 to 30s, okay? We've got the pre-Parliament week, the project week. I hope when I go up there in June that I am granted I don't know, not an interview, but just a talk, a sit-down talk at the castle so we can go over it again. I know Kevin and Al, Kevin Tomey, president of the Scotland Clan MacLeod Society, and Al's president of ACMS. I know they've been up there already and spoken to him, but I would love to put a face with the names and just kind of keep a bug in their ear, I guess. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. I don't know. That's how I am. Poke, poke, poke till you get what you're wanting. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't want to make anybody mad, but you know, if you know me, once I get an idea, it's like, let's do this. So I've got a lot of fun things in mind for your off hours anyway, if you're young MacLeod and planning on coming to the pre-Parliament week. The project has not been determined yet. So I would hope that, you know, we have something really rewarding for everybody to do. And I mean, yeah, it needs to be rewarding because I'm going to be helping you guys. Yeah, so there's that. Parliament week. Now that's the week following the project week. And there also could be something really fun in store for y'all too on the Thursday during the barbecue at the pier. We'll see. That's also not carved in stone. Keep your fingers crossed and say a little, you know, please let this happen kind of thing, because that would be amazing. I can't let the cat out of the bag yet because it's not carved in stone, but once it is, you know I'm going to be advertising it. Anyway, so that's a little update for you guys as I'm walking out here with this silly dog. What are you sniffing? What are you sniffing over there? Something. And we'll be back with you soon. See ya.